Yo, what's up, guys? It's your boy Profit, and we just finished our locals here, and we got a returning star to our channel. We got our man Jaxon Henderson. What's up, man?
Man, I just went 4-0 again with a totally different deck. It feels really, really good. Totally different style and everything too.
Yeah, what did we play today?
I was playing Adventure Unchained.
Whack.
I'm a big fan of the Unchained engine. It's just super fun using your opponent's stuff as link material.
Yeah.
It's always very enjoyable. And I've almost 4-0'd the casual one, so I was like, how can I just bring it up a little bit?
Yeah.
And then one of the guys at our locals had an adventure engine for sale for cheap, and I just decided to throw it together last night, and I came here and 4-0'd.
Sick, man. All right, well, let's get into that spice. Show us what you got.
All right, so just with the Unchained stuff, we're running a little lower ratios than normal, so that's 2 of the Monster Reborn and a hand effect. And then we have 2 of that. Okay, so this will be the pop 1 Unchained and then pop 1 monster your opponent controls. So I will usually use it just to special out of the deck upon the Unchained, like the Twins destruction effects.
Yep.
But to use it to pop one of your opponent's monsters and then plus off of that is good as well. And then for the bigger ones, we just run 1 of the dogs. This is super helpful. Link summoning with your opponent's monsters gets you into your link climbing plays and is generally very disruptive. Abominable Unchained Soul. These are great for the OTK. You can You use your smaller twins to destroy one of the other ones, and then you can bring him out in the battle phase still, pop another card, and then continue to attack for game. That's how I beat the Sword Soul player game 3. And then we'll be going on into the twins. So this is the Unchained Twin Sarama, so I'm playing just 2 of her, and because the normal summon will conflict with the adventure stuff, this is great. I'll usually use her after I pop one of these, so I'll normal her, activate the effect to set 1, pop, and then I'll bring another one out of the deck, and it really just snowballs from there.
Nice.
2 Rakea. Again, we're only running 2 of those because it's a normal summon and it does conflict with the adventure engine, but it's fine once you special it with the Unchained effects.
All right.
And then this is the this Aruha is the only one I run 3 of because it doesn't have any effects on the normal summon. It's to pop this, or pop one of these to allow the special summoning from the deck. So it's still fine at 3. And then just 3 Abominations Prisons. This is a Rhoda for any Unchained card, and then if you pop it with any one of the Unchained effects, then you'll get special summon from the deck again.
Awesome, sick.
So that's all the Unchained stuff. We will then get into the Adventure Engine. So pretty standard budget engine, or a little budget I guess. We have 3 Water Enchanters of the Temples. Yep. This is what's going to get you to your Rite of Aramasir, which is right here. I play 2 of those. Again, that's the only real budget cut I feel like I've had to made. It's great, gets you the token, gets you the search for Fateful Adventure, which then gets you to the 2 favorite cards of the kind of what the deck revolves around, is the Illegal Knight and the Draco back. Yep. So if you're playing against Mystic Miner, you want to get rid of a problematic back row, this one's great. And then Illegal Knight allows you to bounce 2 of your opponent's monsters back to hand, and then you give them the Illegal Knight, but then you can Draco back pop it to bring it back to your hand for follow-up for next turn. You can Kaiju it. It's so easy to get rid of afterwards, but then you've removed 2 cards from your opponent's hands. It's only 2k, so you can use a token to crash into it, and it won't die with Fateful Adventure, so you can wipe the opponent's whole board.
That's really awesome.
Quite easily. So then we'll be going into the going second cards. I built this as just a blind going second deck. I had some cards sided in for going first, but the big one is triple Dark Ruler No More. I found that if I resolved that today, then that was usually a win for the day. Yep. All the Unchained stuff lets me kind of pick away at your board, use it for link materials, and not play into the gates. 2 Regeki just for clearing boards. There's not very many there's not very much for monster protection out there. Triple Tactics Talent. I find that very helpful to try to recover just from like an Ash Blossom or something like that, or taking the opponent's monster. It does kind of steal away some of their interrupts for the turn, so I find that very helpful as well. And I've got 2 Alpha Master of Beasts. So he's great as just a 3k body that you can summon, bounce one of your opponent's monsters, and then if they still have attack, you can summon him again. You're not able to use the bounce twice, but it's good for beating. And I actually had planned to use a rank 8 engine in here for the Numeron OTK, but it just didn't end up playing out. Yep. And then we've got Change of Heart, pretty self-explanatory. Yep. And then 2 Kaijus. Really the only important part about these is that they're fiends, so I can use them after I've been fiend locked in the Unchained engine. Nice. And there's no real conflicts there. So that's the going second stuff. And then 3 Ash Blossom. It's pretty much mandatory. You hit the Fusion Destiny, you hit the Branded Fusion or anything like that, and you're in a pretty good spot. Called by is called by. And then I just had 2 Pot of Extravagances. These are my 2 least favorite cards of the day. I lost both games that I had resolved them. I was really only doing them because I don't have the money for Pot of Prosperity.
Yep.
Yeah, and then extra deck.
Awesome.
To the extra deck. We should have organized this a little better. So that'll be 1, 2, 3 Unchained Soul of Rage. This guy's great. It's an IP Masquerena, but it lets you use your opponent's monsters.
Nice.
And then, so usually what I'll do with that is I'll go into Nightmare Unicorn. So the kind of ideal play I find is waiting until they've normal summon and then specialed again. You use this to suck up the special summon, and then you bounce that, and then you bounce the normal summon with that. Some decks can continue to play through it, but I don't find it super common.
Yep.
2 Unchained Soul of Anguish. This is good for link climbing. You can use your opponent's monsters. Yeah, so sorry, I should have explained that better. This one's a quick effect on your opponent's turn to use their monsters as link, and this is a slow effect on your turn
Gotcha.
to use their monsters. And then just to go into the Unchained stuff, there's the Unchained Abomination, access code talker to clear out games and get some pretty hefty attack points. A thing that I didn't know, if you use Unchained Soul of Anguish or the Soul of Rage for the access code talker summon, you do not get to banish the opponent's monsters in order to do the attack game.
Oh.
And then got Nightmare Phoenix there for the utility. Avramax, I thought that would come up, but I just never got enough advantage. Underworld Gods to the Closed World. Again, that didn't really come up. I never had 4 monsters on board.
Yep.
And then I was playing Super Poly in the side deck, so I've got Mud Dragon, Dragostapelia, Triptotherium, and Starving Venom. All just generic, 2 dark, 3 dark, Dark Infusion, different types, same attributes.
Awesome. Yeah. So we'll go off into your side. You said you had a side?
Yes, I do. It didn't get a ton of utilization today, but the ones that I were trying to dig into were the triple super polys, and that's why I had the extra deck spots. That's why those were in the extra deck. It's not very tight, so there's quite a bit of room. Triple D barrier for the Sword Soul and Despia guys. I actually lost the game. I resolved it against the Sword Soul guy, but I still think it's a good inclusion.
Yeah.
2 DD Crows, again, branded Despia, generically pretty good. Triple Impermanences, 1 Harpy's Feather in case I had to go against the Mine guy. Wandering Griffin Rider in case I decided to go first, and then 3 Droll and Lockbirds. I wanted to use them, but I couldn't figure out what engine stuff to take out, so they ended up not hindering me too much not having them in there, but yeah, that's Adventure Unchained.
Awesome. And how did you kind of feel about playing this, you know, like going forward?
I love it, man. I find that the adventure stuff actually dilutes the Unchained stuff enough so that you don't find yourself bricked up with a bunch of Unchained stuff, and there's always something you can do. I never found myself like having to just kind of set one and pass.
Sweet. Okay. Awesome. Well, thanks so much, guys. And remember to like, comment, and subscribe to check out Jackson's other deck profile that he also went 4-0 with.
Eldritch Branded Zombies. Check it out, guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, we'll see you in the next one.